There's like a big black lump on my panty, and that's the only thing that makes sense for 50-50 to make sense. Do you think if someone's not ready to lose their virginity, they shouldn't date? What good to you? Come with a classic, they come around your slave, just say it's a sleeper. The ears are real, the petty is real. Watch your wife for a feature. Hi, hello everyone. This is Silindokuhle Nkambule. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back to the channel. And if you are new, I am happy to have you here. I hope you love it and you will subscribe. So in today's video, we'll be having a girls chit chat. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions and you guys did. So I took screenshots of the questions and I sent them on my laptop, and that is where I'll be reading my questions from. Can I please apologize? I am next to Park Station. There's like so much noise from the cars and the buses. So please do bear with me. I will try edit and make sure it's minimum. But if I can't, then I'm basically recording this whole video for nothing. So let's get down to it. So please know that everything I'm sharing is just my opinion and what I think. So feel free to share your comments as well in the comment section. Feel free to share your opinions, and yeah, if there's a topic you guys would like me to go into depth with, just let me know in the comments and I will make it another video. I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get down to the first question. The first question is, worst mistake? My worst mistake is my degree. Yeah, that is like the biggest mistake I've ever made in my whole entire life. My whole entire life, the worst mistake I did was doing biological sciences. Mainly because the only reason I did it was because I wanted to bridge into something else. And now it's not working out. And I'm thinking, what do you even actually do with this degree at the end of everything? And I can't have an answer, you know. Yeah, there are job opportunities with it, but it's like, do I really want to do this thing? Do I like, you know, my whole reason of taking the degree was to bridge. Now I can't bridge, then what, you know? So it was like the worst decision I've ever made. Next question. How do you feel about men wanting to have it easy yet don't spend on us, brackets, girls? I think it's just a matter of entitlement, honestly. So it's kind of like, in this day and time, you know that if you're in a relationship, you are supposed to be smashing, you know? And it's a matter of good tea. Maybe they think that if I'm supposed to get it, why should I have to spend money for it? Are you like selling it or something like that, or you know, type of thing? But it's like another thing, maybe they kind of feel like it's the only thing you bring to the table, so it should be given to them, you know. So yeah, it's just a matter of entitlement for me. I feel like it's a matter of beauty. The moment they feel like they are spending on you, all of a sudden you are a gold digger, you only want money, and it just don't make sense. Because what are you also bringing to the table? How about that conversation? Okay, you know. So I do feel like yeah, it's just entitlement. That's basically it. It's just like we are together, so now it's supposed to be mine and I'm not supposed to be spending, you know. So that is. Next question. What advice would you give to 15-year-old you? That is a very good question. What advice? The one that I'm thinking of right now is to tell that little girl to calm down. To calm down. Like, I think I learned that very late. But not everything deserves a reaction, you know. There's so many things that eventually just brought me so much heartache because of how I reacted. Okay, the situation itself, yes, it was also heartbreaking, but I think the aftermath of my reactions made it worse, you know. So baby girl, calm down, okay. And another thing, I'll tell her not to stop drawing, because I actually stopped drawing when I was in grade 10 and I was 15. years old back then. Right. Yes, I was 15 years old. I stopped drawing, and I think that's why I eventually stopped knowing how to control my feelings, because a lot of time I spent a lot of my time drawing, and it wasn't like I'm in my head and everything like that. And I found myself being, I don't want to say depressed, but just having a lot of anxiety, a lot of unnecessary anxiety, you know. So I would tell her to not stop drawing, because after I stopped drawing, I was just like in my head a lot. I was in my head a lot, so it's just not worth it. And I feel like with the drawing, I could have been far. I could have found my safe space, you know, and it could have worked out. So now it's all a could have type of situation, and I don't know that. And but I do remember how peaceful I was when I drew. So that's the advice I have for that baby girl. Otherwise, she did pretty okay, because she learned a lot of lessons. She did, like, you know, this life thing is very tricky. The things that you feel like you could have changed, um, like at the same time, they kind of like have brought a lot of lessons that made you the person that you are today. So, how do you feel about starting or making new friends, especially as you get older? I feel like as we get older, we are discovering ourselves. We are seeing things that you were not going to see when you were 16 and 18, and you're experiencing things you never experienced before. And not every friend is going to be able to carry that. You know, it's not every friend, the friends you've made before, are going to be able to understand where you're at. So I feel like as you get older, you are making friends in a workplace, you're making friends at university, you're making friends, if you have a business, you're making friends with your clients. So I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I don't feel like I hate this narrativity. Oh, I don't have no new friends. No, I don't get it. Why no new friends? Why? Because we why do we like being loners? You know, there's being a loner, and there's someone loving their me time. And I get that. We need that. But what is when I would doubt finally you don't have friends, and like our friends are overrated. Like, no, make friends. I feel like we need friends. Like, it's not like the feeling of loving and being loved by a friend is unmatched. And having people try to destroy that but be so miserable is just does not make sense. If you don't have friends and you don't like making friends and you're happy, genuinely happy, that's great for you. But pushing the narrative while knowing very well that you are not happy and you don't even know why you hate making new friends is weird. So I do encourage it. I do encourage being friends and being a good friend and having good friends. Don't have friends just for the sake of it. Oh, I'm getting older and I'm at work. Let me have a friend. Let it grow naturally. You know, have a friend. Talk to people. Be yourself. And if you are comfortable and you can see, Guti, damn, my energy is not being disturbed, and I'm growing as an individual with this person, and me and this person are connecting. To a very very meaningful level. Be friends with that person. Like, don't go out like no. Making friends will happen naturally. People are going to see who you are and you want to associate with yourself. You are going to see who they are, and you're going to want to associate yourself with them. It's a normal thing. Like, make friends. If there's an opportunity to make a very good friend, make a friend. It's this thing, but they're gonna hurt you. People are fake, people are snakes. I didn't say call anyone you meet your friend. I said we have to redefine friend. I feel like that's the whole issue. The issue is not being betrayed by someone. The issue is like not having a proper definition for what a friend is. Next question. Can you please tell us how your first period experience was like, hey. Actually, I feel like the second experience is what got me the most, but okay. The first experience, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in grade 6, guys, like grade 6. That time, no one had their period. I'm sure, I'm very, very sure. Listen, no one had their period. Like grade layout. But anyway, I'm 12 years old. No, I'm 11 years old. I'm 11. I'm 11. Anyways, my parents started go midterm break. Literally, the first day of midterm break. The first day, like midterm break, for example, on a Friday. That Saturday, my period started. So there was a possible chance that my period could have started at school, and I'm so glad that did not happen. Anyways, I'm glad I saw a friend, and then I'm gonna go pee. When I get to the toilet, there's like a big black lump on my panty, and there's like it's like, what is going on? What is this? Hey, bo, tissue, and I wipe it because I'm thinking probably I making tata a small yana fat. I don't know, because what is this? And I don't think business spoons reproduction at grade 6, guys. Yo, but anyway, okay. I wipe it. As I wipe it, it looks like it wants to be red. So I'm guessing but in my head it's still not clicking, you know. I wipe it, and then I just had a weird thing of like talking to people about things happening to me because I wanted to figure it out myself with what's going on, you know. I go, I wipe, I don't even change. I'm wearing the same underwear. I'm wearing the same underwear. Ngihamba ngibuye lesi often ngihlale ngibukele i-TV, and then but it's still in my head. What's going on? I go back, I put my hand and check, you know, I'm touching, and I put it out. Now this, like, it's blood. Oh, I just screamed. And I went to my sister Skata at the time. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. But it's a study, obviously. This is just for video purposes. Oh my God, I'm bleeding, you know. And then I'm like, so telling my period. Yeah. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, no, I shouldn't be starting now. I don't know why I thought like the proper age. Not even, it wasn't even about age, it was just about grade. I feel like the proper grade is just like form 3, you know, form 4. That's where you can start your period. I'm 11. I'm in grade 6. Like, no, okay. And then I called my mom. And then, you know, parents, this means you're being a girl now, so you need to take care of yourself. You know, that talk. Then, yeah. Next question. How do you stick to your goals in life without having anything or anyone make you lose sight of it? Remind yourself every single day. Remind yourself every single day what your goal is, literally, because you will always have some like obstacles in the way. You will always have people talking fear into your plans, into your goals. You will always have something like this going to be an obstacle of some sort, and if you don't remind yourself, you will forget. You will put yourself in a corner. You will put that dream in a corner, and you will forget about it. So remind yourself, remind why you're fighting, remind why you want this goal, remind why you want this certain life for yourself, and then make sure you take the necessary steps. Make sure if there's an obstacle, you move around it, you move over it, but do not let it stop you. Do not let it stop you. So that is my advice. Remind yourself every day and work towards it regardless. The next question, tips on how to not get pregnant. Do not have sex. Abstain. Wait for marriage. And use protection. That's basically it. That is it. Abstain. Ladies, abstain. Okay, that is the tip. There's nothing else. There's no plan B. There's no nothing. Just abstain. Okay. The next question: advice for first years. First years. Ooh, my God, I missed my first year experience because of COVID. So I feel like I do not have like a proper first year experience advice or something like that because I missed it literally. I figure February, March after COVID, I had to go home. So it's like I have zero experience. But I would say make friends with your colleagues in that module that you're doing. You cannot survive university alone. That is just tip number one. You cannot no, you cannot survive university alone. That's it. That's why they even in university they have lama tats, they have they put you in groups and everything like that because they know you need people. So make friends, make even if they are not friends, but be talk to your colleagues, like have a group that you know you can go to if you need help in like certain things, and balance fun and education. Do not say you'll save the semester. Yay, sometimes the semester I say vague. Okay, I say vague semester and you have wasted so much time, so much money, and it will hurt. Trust me, it will hurt. So balance it out. If you know you are a person who loves having fun on weekends, work extra hard on the weekdays. Work. Usebenze uzuvela when I always say, well, I don't want to work anymore. Okay, work until it's like, oh my God, so that your weekend is your weekend. Do not think about a weekend and then after that you're not even working during the weekdays. Then when will you find the time to do your work? You know, so balance fun. And the bosses are like, yeah. Anyways, so balance fun and education, make friends, and just enjoy the whole experience, man. Like I didn't. So by the time saying Fia second year, now I'm going back on campus, but it's still online. It's still, yeah. I literally made like 3 friends in the whole 3 years of my uh, university life. I use 3 as like you know an emphasis of putting in the bangan, but I think I actually made 3. Next question. No. Balancing fun with school and Christianity. Ooh, that is a good question. That is a very good question. School, Christianity, fun, you know. And I think we've been taught that you can't be a Christian and have fun, which to me is very weird, because you can praise God, have a relationship with God, and just do things that genuinely make you happy. So it depends on the fun, what your fun is. If your fun really is being a sinner, then you can't do both. You cannot do both. You can acknowledge that God is there. You can acknowledge that He loves you. You can acknowledge that He's gonna forgive you. You can acknowledge that His grace is abundant, and you know these things. But when ufuna ifani yakho ibe in the sinful ways, the things that He is against, then I am so sorry, I cannot help you. You just need to pray, and he's the only one who can help you, because if you are a Christian, you know what's expected of you, right? So why want to associate your fun with the things that are sinful to God? Because you can be genuinely a happy person. You can be a teenager, you can be a kid, you can be a wife, you can be you can be all these things, be happy, have fun, while knowing that God is your shepherd. God is the one who's leading your life. You know, there's this trend going on Instagram where they say, let's normalize looking good and loving God. You know, let's normalize having fun and knowing that you are a child of God and you are a Christian and you are actually holy. You're not just the God, I'm God's child, and but I'm doing all these other things, and then He's gonna forgive me. No, I feel like you'll be able to balance everything when you actually know where your relationship with God stands, and He's able to answer your questions. He's able to help you through the things that you're trying to cut off because you want a relationship with Him more than anything else. You know, and then you're just gonna align yourself with the things that bring you pure happiness while He is in your life and you are having fun, you know. And then that way with school you're also balancing. So I'm trying to understand if you were talking, because the question is balancing fun with school and Christianity. So I'm balancing you, but so now I just spoke about balancing fun with Christianity. So now I'm going to talk about balancing fun with school. I think I just said that when I was talking about the first year experiences. If you want to balance fun with school, make sure you're having your fun on the weekends and you are working very hard on the weekdays. That's basically you balancing. Now you're balancing all three together at the same time. Imagine that. That would be like a proper life. I don't wanna lie, I would love that. And I think you can do all three when you put God first. Put Him first, and everything else will literally come. You know, you will align yourself with the things that will actually make everything doable for you. And you are reading your Bible, you are connecting with God, you are going out with your friends, you are doing your work. Like I feel like there's no way he can put you in a situation where you are putting Him first and then He's making literally everything else hard for you. In a sense, when you're putting Him first, He's not expecting you to be studying. When you're putting Him first, He's not expecting you to make friends. Like, I don't think that is how He works. Yeah, I don't think so. So that's how you can balance Him. You put Him first, and then you align yourself with the things that make your life meaningful. And He's also, that way you are praying to Him, He's opening doors, He is talking to you, He's using you for certain things that are getting you ready for your purpose in life. So I think that is how you can balance all three. Next question: how to be a baddie on a budget? Woo! Child! Go to Small Street. Go to Small Street with a 500. Nyana, you come with a bag. You come with a Louis Vuitton. You come. Okay, guys, I'm joking, but yeah, go to Small Street and you will be an influencer. Okay. I'm in Small Streets, guys. It's Small Streets. They think for it away my influencer Instagram. You find them there. Now you are part of the crew. Kanjalo nje. But yeah, how to be a baddie on a budget. I don't think I can have tips on that when, yeah, no, Guanami, I need tips on that. What is a baddie? The makeup on point and clothes on point type of thing. So yeah, I feel like there's no way, because your makeup on its own, it's a good 2K. I feel like if you are on a budget, there's no way you can buy all makeup products at the same time, because you will literally sell your kidney to get that. Because if you have tips on that, please do share. Do you think if someone's not ready to lose their virginity, they shouldn't date? I've never really thought about it, hey. But I think it's just a mental. It's not like do not date. Date someone who's very understanding of it and very accepting of it. Do not date someone who says, "Oh, okay, we'll see how things go." What do you mean? I am telling you, I am not ready. I am like, for example, I'm saving myself for marriage. So what do you mean you're going to see? What happened? You want us to create a connection. You want us to fall in love, and is that one that's gonna eventually be created? What happens when you say, give me this, and then in my head I'm like, oh my god, I love him so much, and if I don't give him, he's gonna leave? That is manipulation in my standpoint of view. Because I told you how I feel about this, but now my decisions are going to be compromised by my feelings at that point in time. Because if it happens, you give this person your virginity as a gift, as a I love you and I don't want you to leave. What happens when they do? You know, lose your virginity because you're ready, because you want to, because lose your virginity that use your virginity when even if you know things don't go well, you won't regret it. So for me, I wouldn't say do not date, but at the same time, do not put yourself in compromising positions with someone who's going to say, we'll see what's going to happen, or all right, I understand, but vele, I'm active, and then I just don't know, I find myself cheating on you. That person is not ready to accept you. That person is not ready to be understanding of the whole situation. That person is just trying to prove to people that, oh, the girl I got to say to make a fresh, nah, me, or yeah, I'm God. Don't put yourself in that position, girl. Do not put yourself, and do like, it's not a mess of not dating. Just be mindful of who you are dating. Next question: maintaining relationships, especially when you are growing up and changing. Girl, personally, I feel like you can maintaining a relationship should be like a two-way street. Okay, so it's like, okay, why do I feel so pressured, or why do I feel so stressful? Why does it feel so hard to maintain this relationship? It's because probably your growth does not match their growth anymore. Your changing is not matching their changing, and you guys are growing apart. But if you are both growing, but it seems so effortless to be friends with this person or to maintain this relationship with this person, you are in the right relationship. Excuse me, in the right relationship. If you feel like, oh my god, calling is stressful. If you feel like, oh my god, this person, I'll call them now, and but I'm just or calling just to ask for a favor. If you are feeling that certain doubts in you, that means you are seeing how they move and how you're moving is not clicking. I have a best friend of 7-8 years, and we are paid 2 months. It's not cool, man. Understand? Like, we are paid 2 months, and the only thing I literally said to her is, oh, I'm going back to Johannesburg, I hope I'm gonna see you. And it's like we haven't spoken for so long, but I'm not doubting her love. I'm not doubting how genuine she is when it comes to our friendship. And that relationship is being maintained because our feelings and our actions towards each other, it's nothing but genuine. The relationship is being maintained gradually and so effortlessly because it's genuine. Basically, that's it. I feel like, okay, let's say you are naturally a distant person, I guess, and you just want to make sure that your friends are feeling the love from you and everything like that. Maybe calling is a way of maintaining the relationship, and calling, catching up, going out on dates after a very long time, and yeah, that's basically it. But if you feel like you're the only one who's always doing these things, question that friendship. So yeah, that's basically it. Is a relationship worth it in this generation, Mara? Ugh, that is a question and a half. Cause is it? You know, such ninkani at this point, honestly. Cause it's like we've normalized so many things. Like we've normalized so many things that are wrong and off. Like that makes you think of a relationship as this awful thing. As what is the whole point at the end of the day? Imagine just saying, "Guti, oh, every man cheats." Just like it's just better if you don't find. If he loves you, you're not gonna find out. Like, so we've normalized the Guti, a guy, but he'll cheat. So it's like, so is it worth it then? Like, what's the whole point then? So I would say I feel like it's not worth it. But do we want a relationship? We do, man. I feel like the whole thing of loving and having someone love you is a very beautiful concept. But it's like, if it's not if it doesn't feel right, then what's the point? If things are not happening the way they should happen, then what's the point? And I understand the question. I understand why it's even a question to begin with, because relationships have been at this thing that we are expected to accept the bullshit that comes with it, because if you don't accept it, then you won't have anyone. If you don't accept it, you are just naive, and you're a fool, and you're the clown, and it's like, but I don't want this new normal. What am I supposed to do? Then it's not worth it. I do understand, girl. I do understand. It doesn't feel worth it. Do you believe that someone can get over past relationship traumas? Do I believe it? I feel like you can. Yeah, I feel like you can get over past relationship traumas. It's just a matter of accepting that things happened, and things that you didn't want to happen happened, and you get over those things by learning the lessons that came with it. The traumas that you experienced in a past relationship. What did they teach you, and what are the things that you don't want to ever see again in another relationship? So I do feel like you get over it the moment you stop allowing it to be your identity, to be a definition of all other relationships. So you get over something when you have allowed it to sink in and unfold, and look at what you've learned. So the moment you've done that, the moment you've cried enough, the moment you've sat down and be like, it happened, regardless of how many times I cry right now, it's not gonna change, so what am I going to do about this? And you just comfort yourself, you learn, you take the lessons, man. You take the lessons and you move. I do believe that you can. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying, oh, it happens overnight. I'm not saying you can learn immediately. I'm saying I do believe that you can get past them. And if you really do find someone who's not going to trigger all those things, and you see yourself going back into that situation again, you will forget everything. It's not even about forgetting, but it's about being in peace with the fact that I am so happy that I am not experiencing the same thing. I am not experiencing the same hurt. I am not experiencing the same betrayal. You know, it's just like you are in peace with the fact that it did not work out with the past relationship, because now you're in this healthy and it was just worth it. And this is our final question. Your take on 50-50 relationship. Yeah, you know, I feel like I always come like feeling blank when it comes to this topic, because maybe not an understanding of 50-50. The 50-50, is it coming here on a date and then we are splitting the bill? Because literally that's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'm like, the conversation has to be deeper than that, because if it's that, then it's just a weird concept altogether. I think for me to have like a proper view, or like a stand, I need to understand the whole concept outside bills, because that is what that's the only thing that makes sense for 50-50 to make sense. It's like, oh yeah, then yeah, if we're both responsible for a house, let's both take care of the house. You know, if we went out and it's just something we do as a couple, which maybe every month we make sure we go on a date, and then you know, or next time it's something you guys agreed as a couple, you know, that makes sense. But outside bills, how does 50-50 make sense? Because there are days where you are not emotionally okay, and you can never bring a 50%. You are like a hardcore 20, and your partner is helping you. You're going through a stressful time at work, and then your partner is helping you, like remind you, strengthen you, comfort you, and she at that point has to be an 80%. There are days where she is not okay. She's on her period, she's suffering from work, now there's challenges at work, there's like family issues, and she's like a hardcore 10, and you need to be a 90. Yeah, but so for me, I feel like I'm not against the whole 50-50 relationship, mainly because I do not understand it outside bills. Like, I feel like it makes sense to an extent, and for someone to have like a firm stand and like go like, okay, meaning I'm for, or I'm against. So for someone to be like, oh, I'm for, like I'm against, like it needs to be a topic outside this specific situation bills, because then how does 50-50 make sense? You know, how? Oh, so that's my take. So thank you very much, guys, for staying up until this far. I hope you guys loved this chat, and if there's a topic you guys want me to go into depth with, comment it down below, and I'll make another video, and I will also read your comments and your takes on that certain topic. And yeah, so thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn that bell notification on so you get notified every time I post.